You can take another one of the bigger names off of the trade market as we now approach about a week and a half away from the trade deadline because Chris Tanev has been traded to the Dallas Stars. The Calgary Flames continue to move on from players on expiring deals. We saw them trade Nikita Zadorov earlier this season. Then, of course, we had the Elias Lindholm trade, and now Chris Tanev. I'm happy to see this. I was a little bit worried with the Calgary Flames hanging around in the playoff race. They are currently only 5 points back of Nashville for the second wildcard spot. They've won 4 straight. With that in mind, I was a little bit worried that maybe they would decide to hold on to a lot of these guys and try to make a push for the playoffs, and I think that would have been a big mistake, so I'm happy that we're not seeing them do that here. It is 1000% in the Calgary Flames' best interest to maximize value on a lot of these guys that cash in while they're on expiring deals instead of, run the risk of losing key pieces to free agency. After this Chris Tanev trade, we now just have Noah Hanifin, who's really going to be the last domino to fall for the Calgary Flames leading up to the trade deadline. I'm really interested to see where he goes, but let's break down the full details of this Chris Tanev trade. The Dallas Stars have acquired right shot defenseman Chris Tanev. The Calgary Flames are retaining 50% of his salary. In exchange, the Calgary Flames receive a 2024 second round draft pick, a conditional 2026 third round draft pick, and prospect Artem Grishnikov. The New Jersey Devils also played middleman here, and they retained some salary on Chris Tanev as well, and they sent Cole Brady to the Dallas Stars, and in exchange for retaining some salary, the New Jersey Devils got a 4th round draft pick. So the Dallas Stars are getting Chris Tanev at 75% retained, which is a little over 1.1 million. Fantastic value there. I feel like when you look at this return for the Calgary Flames, if you're the Philadelphia Flyers, you can probably kiss goodbye wanting to get a 1st round draft pick for Sean Walker. When it comes to defensive defensemen, there really aren't many better in the NHL than Chris Tanev, and it's not like Chris Tanev is, one of those shutdown guys that just plays third pairing minutes. This guy is a legit top 4 right shot defenseman who does a fantastic job of minimizing chances, minimizing high quality shots against when he's on the ice, and he's not really a black hole offensively either. Sure, he doesn't put up a ton of points, but he's a decent puck mover. I think Chris Tanev is going to fit beautifully on the Dallas Stars blue line. You now look at their top 4 potentially with Chris Tanev. You have Thomas Harley and Miro Heiskanen. I mean, that's their top pairing. Those guys aren't going to be broken up. And then you have Esa Lindell, Chris Tanev, and then you still have Ryan Suter on that blue line. This is a big get for Dallas, and I think they got Chris Tanev at a very fair price, especially considering the fact that they're getting him at, again, 75% retained, which is just a little over 1.1 million. I know there's probably some Flames fans out there that are upset with the fact that Calgary wasn't able to land a 1st round draft pick here, but in all reality, I mean, you can make the case that a 2nd and a 3rd and then a prospect who was a 2nd round pick in 2021 is kind of equivalent to a late 1st round draft pick, I guess. And I forgot to mention that the condition on that 2026 3rd round draft pick is the pick will only go to the Calgary Flames if the Dallas Stars win the Stanley Cup this year. So if the Flames don't make the playoffs, I'm sure they'll be rooting for Dallas. I think overall it is a decent return for the Calgary Flames. It's around what we all should have expected. The big return that they're going to be looking to get is going to be for somebody like Noah Hanifin, who again is another guy that I think we're all expecting to be moved at some point over the next week and a half. But that is pretty much going to do it. Those are my quick thoughts on the trade that sent defenseman Chris Tanev from the Calgary Flames to the Dallas Stars. As always, I want to know what you guys are thinking, especially if you're a fan of either the Dallas Stars or the Calgary Flames. Sound off down below in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling. If you guys enjoyed this video and you're excited for more trade breakdowns over the next week as we get closer and closer to the trade deadline, then be sure to leave this video a like. That is the best way to show your support. And most importantly, if this was your first time checking out the channel and you want NHL content just like this all year round, hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you all again soon.